Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Immigration Canada. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about Canada's immigration backlog drops below 830,000 as IRCC speeds up processing. The backlog of immigration applications at IRCC is steadily decreasing, with improved processing efficiency. As of March 2025, the backlog stands at 821,200, marking a significant drop from previous months. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. The backlog of immigration applications at Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada continues to shrink, with the department processing more files within its set service standards. In March 2025, the backlog stands at 821,200, down from 892,100 in January. That's a monthly drop of 7.95%. It also marks the third month in a row that the backlog has remained under the 1 million mark, according to IRCC data. Total applications across all immigration categories reached 2,029,400 at the end of February. Of those, 1,208,200 were processed within service standards, which vary by program. What is counted as a backlog? IRCC considers an application to be part of the backlog if it takes longer than the department's service standard. For instance, express entry applications are expected to be processed within 6 months. Family sponsorship applications are expected within 12 months. If processing time exceeds these, the application joins the backlog. IRCC says its target is to process 80% of applications within these timelines, with the remaining 20% taking longer due to complexity. Backlog over the past 6 months. The backlog has been falling since September 2024. Here's a month-by-month look. September 2024, 1,097,000 applications, plus 1.73%. October 2024, 1,056,100, minus 3.73%. November 2024, 1,006,500, minus 4.70%. December 2024, 942,300, minus 6.38%. January 2025, 892,100, minus 5.33%. February 2025, 821,200, minus 7.95%. Permanent resident applications. There were 842,600 permanent residence applications in the inventory at the end of February, including express entry, the provincial nominee program, and family sponsorship streams. Of these, 478,600, 57%, were within service standards. 364,000 were in the backlog. While IRCC does not give exact numbers per stream, 25% of express entry applications were in the backlog, above the 20% threshold. Backlog in the express entry-aligned PNP stream rose to 36% in February, up from 30% in January. In contrast, the family sponsorship backlog dropped slightly to 14% from 15% the month before. Temporary resident applications. Temporary residence programs had a backlog of 414,500 out of 947,200 total applications. Only 56% were processed on time. 65% of visitor visa applications were backlogged. IRCC's internal target is 50%. 45% of study permit applications were delayed, while the projected backlog is 24%. Work permit applications had the lowest backlog rate at 34%, the lowest since July 2023. Citizenship applications. Citizenship continues to be the least affected category. Out of 239,600 total applications, 196,900 were within service standards. This leaves an 18% backlog, still below the department's 20% target. How is IRCC tackling the backlog? IRCC has introduced several measures to control growing inventories, particularly after the pandemic years. Automation and analytics. In a November 2024 update, IRCC said it was using digital tools to speed up processing. These tools help identify straightforward applications and support officers with summaries for decision-making, the department noted. Over 80% of visitor visa applications now use automation. Application caps. A cap on new international study permits in 2024 has reduced intake by around 35% compared to 2023. Approved permits have been limited to 360,000. Stable immigration targets. According to the Immigration Levels Plan 2025 to 27, Canada will hold steady at 485,000 permanent residents in 2025 and 500,000 in both 2026 and 2027. This stability allows us to better manage inventories and improve predictability, IRCC said. IRCC is addressing the backlog through automation, intake caps, and stable immigration targets. These measures aim to improve processing times and maintain a more predictable application system. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Canada's immigration backlog drops below 830,000 as IRCC speeds up processing. The backlog of immigration applications at Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada continues to decline with improved processing within service standards. As of March 2025, the backlog stands at 821,200, down from 892,100 in January, marking a 7.95% monthly decrease. This is the third consecutive month that the backlog has remained below 1 million. Total application across all immigration categories reached 2,029,400 by February, with 1,208,200 processed within service standards. IRCC considers an application part of the backlog if it exceeds the department processing standards, such as 6 months for express entry and 12 months for family sponsorship. The goal is to process 80% of the applications within these timelines, with the remaining 20% taking longer due to complexity. Since September 2024, the backlog has consistently declined, falling from 1,097,000 to 821,200 by February 2025. Among the 842,600 permanent residence applications in February, 478,600 or 57% met service standards, while 364,000 were in the backlog. The express entry backlog exceeded the 20% target, standing at 25%, while the express entry aligned provincial nominee program backlog rose from 30% in January to 36% in February. Meanwhile, the family sponsorship backlog saw a slight improvement, decreasing from 15% to 14%. Temporary residence applications faced significant delays with a backlog of 414,500 out of 947,200 total applications, meaning only 56% were processed on time. Visitor visas had the highest backlog rate at 65%, surpassing IRCC's 50% target. Study permits had a backlog of 45%, exceeding the 24% projection, while work permit applications had the lowest backlog rate at 34%, the best since July 2023. Citizenship applications remain the least affected, with the backlog of only 18% out of 2,000. Citizenship applications remain the least affected, with a backlog of only 18% out of 239,600 total applications, staying below IRCC 20% threshold. To address the backlog, IRCC has implemented automation to speed up processing, capped new international study permits, reducing intake by 35%, and stabilized immigration targets at 485,000 permanent residents in 2025 and 500,000 in both 2026 and 2027 to better manage inventories and improve predictability.